Hello and welcome to the channel. Ex-governors as well as sitting governors are applying pressure on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as regard the ministerial list, as it has emerged that the president keeps jumping and changing names on there. Scared not to have their names or representatives' names removed, the governors are said to be applying their foot on the neck of Tinubu. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Ministerial list. Anxiety as 7 ex-governors orders pile pressure on Tinubu. There is palpable anxiety in the ranks of some former and 7 governors of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC and its leaders over the delay by President Bola Tinubu in releasing the final list of ministerial nominees. The president is under obligation based on constitutional provision to forward the list of ministerial nominees to the Senate within 60 days of his inauguration for screening and confirmation. With only 3 days to the expiration of the 60-day window, some former governors and 7 governors, some APC leaders and PDP leaders who worked hard for the victory of President Tinubu in the February 25, 2023 elections are becoming agitated. The anxiety Vanguard gathered is fueled by the information that the president has been editing the list he previously prepared, and it appears that they are mounting pressure on Tinubu. It was gathered that the president had given the APC governors the privilege to submit 3 names from their states, including technocrats, from which he would select 1 out of the 3. The party leaders, Vanguard, were reliably informed and were told to identify competent persons that would help drive the agenda of the government. A highly placed source informed Vanguard that the president made it clear that he has an interest in Rivers, Kano, and Lagos states and would like to personally choose ministerial nominees from the 3 states, while the Vice President Kashim Shettima is said to have been given the leeway to nominate ministers from the Northeast. It was, however, gathered that in the case of Rivers State, the party leaders are divided, as the majority of them have reportedly opposed the purported nomination of former Governor Nyesom Wike. Those opposed Wike, it was gathered, have officially written to President Tinubu, while some loyal party members who worked hard for APC victory have threatened to dump the party should the president abandon those that labor to ensure that the party existed in the state, despite what they described as the hostile environment created by the ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP. Multiple sources told Vanguard that the president has persuaded party members to remain calm and has assured that those that will not make the ministerial list will be accommodated through other appointment. A reliable source who is privy to the anxiety the delay in releasing the list of the ministerial nominees has caused hinted that the president will meet the constitutional provision and would likely make the list available to the Senate on Tuesday. I can assure you that the list is still with the president and is likely going to be submitted on Tuesday. Rest assured that immediately the Senate receives it on Tuesday, it will screen the list and confirm it between Wednesday and Thursday, the source said. On the ministerial nominee from Oyo State, another source disclosed that the president has allowed Governor Seyi Makinde to produce the name following his contributions to the president's electoral victory. Governor Makinde was among the G5 PDP governors that worked against the presidential candidate of their party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. On some of the names that would likely make the list, the source said the president will bring in technocrats working with international and multinational organizations. Some of the names that would make the list will surprise you. Some of them are not known names in the country, but they are technocrats that have made their marks internationally, the source claimed. He also said that some known persons in the Labour Party, LP, and the PDP who worked indirectly for the president's emergence will be part of the cabinet. Another highly placed source informed Vanguard that the president will unveil the list of ministerial nominees before the end of this week. The source said, "All I know is that the president will present the list this week." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, Senate President Godswill Akpabio will likely unveil the names of the ministerial nominees at plenary this week. Plenaries at both chambers of the National Assembly are held on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. There has been serious agitation over the delay of President Bola Tinubu in constituting his cabinet 2 months after his inauguration. According to a new amendment to the 1999 Constitution, the President and governors must submit the names of persons nominated as ministers or commissioners within 60 days of taking the oath of office for confirmation by the Senate or the respective state houses of assembly. This implies that Tinubu and 28 governors must submit the list of nominees for ministers and commissioners before the end of this month. This week is the last before the deadline for the president to name his minister nominees. Sources at the National Assembly stated that the letter containing the names of the nominees got to the Senate President last week. The sources, however, noted that some last-minute adjustments were made to the list, hence the reason for the delay in reading out the names. One of the sources said the Senate President got the ministerial list last week, but it was not yet time for him to unveil it, hence the reason it was kept. Most importantly, there were some last-minute adjustments. The Senate President had a meeting with President Tinubu over the list last week. Another source noted that the administration had been trying its best to avoid backlash, hence the reason why the list could not be delayed. The lawmaker noted that the names would be read out this week, but could not tell when exactly. The source said the names of the ministerial nominees will be out this week. The Asiwaju-led administration has been trying its best to avoid a backlash, even though it is unavoidable. The names will be unveiled this week. That is all I can say. Another source noted that the names will be unveiled this week and many people will be shocked. The source noted that the delay was deliberate because of intense lobbying, but the details of the list would shock a lot of Nigerians. The source added, the list of the nominees will be unveiled this week, and I can tell you that the details will shock a lot of Nigerians. I mean, a lot of big politicians will be thrown aback. This will be the real Asiwaju tsunami. Concerning how the screening of the nominees will go, a ranking senator noted that there was not too much to the screening of ministers, as it could be done within 3 days or 1 week. One source stated, there is no big deal about the screening of ministers. The ministers can't be screened in 3 days or 1 week. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.